Building a bridge for the Abenaki Tribal Land, Sullivan County. Here we are! Woo!
We got a little, look at that thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
This sucks.
We are trying to get Chief Paul across this bridge by next Friday, which means we need to finish this bridge, we'll level out this trail, build that retaining wall. Hell yeah. Will we make all that disappear? Time will tell. Can this thing hold 2,000 pounds plus? Problems are arising, timelines are closing.
That thing's not running, right?
Sadly, it feels like if we can't build up the wall higher, then we can't, the retaining wall is going to come to a standstill.
I don't know what to do.
So we have a goal ahead of us, and we are all steam ahead. More hostility here at the end of this hitch than ever before. This is exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So this is what he mowed. This is where we're camping. He said, yeah. So we're gonna need this space. If this is supposed to be the trail, so nobody set up in front of this.
Maybe that looks like it's something, like maybe an Abenaki thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just curious, like, where does it seem like a bridge would go? It's flagged. Let's turn around. Okay. Let's set up, because I feel like this could go on for a minute. All right, do you need a fourth?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so this is coming over this way. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're halfway there. This is ridiculous. Coming your way.
Area over here too.
Yeah. Keep some of the wood dry. Actually, you know what? You could probably cover up like both sides, right?
Yeah. Okay. So now we just need to tighten it. All right, that's our day. We inventoried the wood, the materials. I set my tent there next to the pre-existing shelter they had. We got all the other tents here. Mitchell chose to tent on top of this mini hill. All right, this is official day one. We are now set up at camp, and today we start planning and building. And this is like our trail marker. So this is where the bridge will extend out that way. Right here, it's very gradual, but then it gets very steep incline. This is where we're gonna build a retaining wall, and then we'll fill it with gravel. Just started making measurements and making sure all the boards are cut to length. That's what the team is doing right now. And right now, we're laying out flagging. So 1 to 2, 6 foot apart, 24 feet this way. 1 to 2, 24 feet. So the idea of where the orientation of the bridge is kind of laid out in very loose terms. All right, everything's cut. Laminating the first stringer.
And then this stuff, I mean, among it adds tons of structural strength, but it also kind of forms a solid resin in there that helps the boards not get moisture in there and freeze and contract.
Yeah. This is how we get shade for the workspace. Go dead center between the... Oh, we gotta go, yep, higher on the right, all right. Oh, my legs. We gotta go a little, all right.
12s are in the middle this time for A.
All right, splitting up work here. Finishing cutting wood for all the stringers to start. building last 2 stringers here, going the other way. We're gonna start to dig out where this bridge is actually going. I'm gonna clear out from corner to corner, 8 feet, cut out the root, and then from there it's haul out the duff and then bring in some gravel. So we're gonna dig this out, push it more that way, and then we're gonna try to string line it, level it, make sure we got our 24 foot across, and then we got 6 foot that way, but these are 8 foot sills, so a little hanging paths on both sides. Right now just trying to streamline the process so that way everything's level, everything's set, and then we can move on to the next phase of building.
I never believe it, but we just like put everything together.
Oh, that
and
was
we're like,
simple.
let's just like check level, see what's up. And the sills are level themselves, and they're level with each other on 3 points.
Wow.
And they measure out to 24.
Yeah, that was like a
A little more gravel packing to do, but
super lucky, just randomly first time everything's like level.
Zach even goes, I'll eat my hat if this is level.
now I'm gonna eat my hat.
It's like cats. Like stray cats.
No food waste, 0 food waste. One of my 3 goals for this
Maybe
ditch.
licking the seasonings off
Yeah, do
this.
you want the one
I
from
don't have my
the
phone.
crack?
That one's a little hard to pry.
And for every color, there's a good flavor that tastes great, like strawberry. And then there's a horrible flavor that's
Bogey.
like rotten
Like
eggs,
barf.
dead fish,
Yeah, that sounds like a hurt bar
booger,
thing.
barf.
Yeah, he
It
brought
always
this
feels
for our
like it
last
ends in
hitch,
the- lands in the same spot.
and I didn't get a single good one.
You did it 4 times and you got a bad one?
Yeah. Toothpaste is considered a bad one, but
It's a hot booger.
A hot booger?
These are warm.
oh yeah, I got toothpaste or berry.
What is this?
I got a good one next week.
Toothpaste, go for 5.
So that's peach or barf? Peach or barf.
Future bar.
Birthday cake or dirty dishwater?
I think that's
I think
peach.
that one's
Unreal.
that'd be out.
Oh my god, we're gonna keep going.
We're gonna keep going.
Keep going until someone gets barf.
Tutti fruity or stinky socks.
Oh, come on, stinky socks.
Because in the
yeah,
end, you
they
want to watch
handle
people
another
get that
doctor.
one.
Yeah.
You
Seems
got-
pleased.
Good one.
Tutti fruity.
Oh, berry blue or toothpaste. Oh, which one?
Honestly, jelly beans are better when they're hot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You digging the hot jelly bean?
I mean, it'd be better if there wasn't toothpaste.
Oh, berry. Thank God.
I'm not a big jelly
Bags
beaner.
of Starburst jelly.
Strawberry banana smoothie or
But they are
dead
so much
fish.
tastier.
Well, that's a
Oh.
real strawberry banana smoothie. Sounds really good.
That does sound good, but dead fish.
You probably got a dead fish, didn't you?
No, I got smoothie.
It's
It's been 3 long weeks. 1 for 6.
What is that? Stink bug or toasted marshmallow is no wait.
Yes.
I'm gonna guess that's this one.
Whoa, that was a lot. Thank you.
Oh, that's a stink bug.
Oh.
Oh, that's not great.
I'm gonna get one of the last ones that's either pear or booger, and really hope it's pear. Please, I've been 2 for 2 on the good side so far. That was awful. It doesn't taste. It tastes like it's spicy
I'm
though.
gonna do the same thing.
Spicy booger.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't know. It's not.
This is a pink one with green in
It's
it.
not
Not
great.
good.
Your nose.
What'd you get?
Oh,
It's the same thing.
oh, oh.
What was it, booger?
It's salty.
What is this?
You just ate a booger.
Bro, I hate that word. Stop
Booger
saying
eater,
that.
booger eater.
This is stringer A. Now flipped over. Need to sink in 4-inch timber locks. And then we're gonna finish the 3rd stringer and potentially carry all this down there, but otherwise this will be the end of the day. Gotta go on a board run, get 8 more 2x6x12s, cut them down to 2x6x6s. Yep. 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 Yep.
Oh wow, look how nice.
Okay, so we'll put this one back on and see where we're at.
So that is 2310. That's 23.9.
What was the middle?
The middle, I think, was like 23.10 too. They're about.
Alright.
Yeah, 23.10.
So then, Bryant, I think move yours back.
Okay.
Alright.
That's 24.
Okay.
Go this way.
Yep.
That's 24. Okay, and this needs to come back. Right there's 24.
Mostly in the middle, it is kissing the line that way. So I think we just had to add gravel to Bryant's side. Exactly the same, which is nice because that, I know that's level side to side.
Okay.
So kissing the line on Ash's side.
Looks like an inch.
An inch. Okay. We can do that if Bryant, if you want to go get the chainsaw and stuff to cut these two dead things.
Okay. So the final step to today is I want to get all the stringers built, laminated together. We may potentially carry them down there, but prior to doing that, we need to cut down some trees that are in the way of the bridge that could potentially in the future be problems for the bridge. So dead trees coming down via chainsaw.
Okay, anyone that's got a grip will go up on 3.
Hey man,
Hey, bro,
he's going no hands over there.
swing the back to the right.
Swinging.
What's happening? Down, let's go down.
1, 2, 3. Holy hell.
Hey, switch sides.
I'm scared to be on the downhill side.
There you go. Yeah, I'm not behind Mitch on
You're all welcome.
Yeah, maybe tell people in the front.
Jameen actually.
I really like the back. I can just hold it behind. I don't have to hold it on the side.
You know what, Brian? Get up.
Up on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, God.
Oh my
Big hill coming.
Oh, my God. You guys got long.
Watch your footing. You're gonna have a lot of weight as it comes down.
Yep, go slower.
Lower the.
Yeah, 'cause
She
of
said
that,
slower,
like,
slower.
thing's got a lot.
Okay, we got a big swing to do here, so you might have to kick out to your left.
Yeah.
You can go as far straight as you can.
All right, you can go up against this tree farther.
As we get close, the
I'm gonna
big
have
thing,
to let go.
Swing.
Okay.
big thing is we don't want to set it on the sill and drag it. We got to carry it and then set it down on the sill. So we can bump the sills loose if we drag it.
Oh God.
A lot of weight changing.
Why are we like? Okay.
Down.
Down.
Up on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Right. Yeah.
Laying it's gonna bow it.
Okay.
So how do we make sure it's secured and stays?
Oh, it just chills like that for tonight.
By it being 300 pounds.
I mean, you're not. You see the wiggle?
I was doing.
Yeah. But if you let go, it's gonna fall over.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, because we trimmed the bottom. Okay, for now let's.
We set rocks against it?
Yeah, let's just lay it down, and then we will grab some trim boards. there. You feel one more tonight?
One more?
One more tonight, one more in the morning?
One in the morning.
Or we could do both tonight.
Get them both. He said get them both. Who's for get them both?
I'll get both.
All right, let's do it.
You don't have to do it tomorrow. Oh, I was just saying it feels better. It's good to switch sides, even out your body. Gives everyone a break.
That's why I like the back, because you don't have to
then
be
you're
on
just
either
in the
side.
middle.
You're just in the back.
And onward. Onward.
No, can you pop back just a step or two?
Best part of this hitch by far.
This is one of those embrace the tough moments.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh my gosh.
Coming up on a tight turn here.
Whoa,
We're
what?
going, going down. 2 of 3 stringers. Rock delivery 9 a.m.
Good work, y'all.
Those 2 ducks are just chilling.
It's a lot done in the first day.
Yeah, it's a huge first day.
Yeah, thank you for extra hours today. I know it probably sucks, but like I wanted to get the suck out of the way. Ooh, morning wake up call. Our rock arrived an hour early.
Probably behind it. I feel like you might hurt yourself on top of this. The ledge pack you can actually stand on.
This rock looks like Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Bryant's making it his throne.
Oh yeah.
Hang on. Stay still. No.
You stay right here. You take it sideways too?
Yep.
Might have to use it for that slideshow.
Mel, I want you to know my eyes are closed for yours, but you can't tell the difference, so it doesn't matter.
What state is it?
Nebraska?
South Carolina.
Kansas.
Does this kind of look like New Mexico to anyone else?
Yeah, a little bit. What
Almost
state
said
is it?
Utah, but not in the United States.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Florida?
Yes.
There's no way that's Florida.
That is Florida. This is the panhandle, and then it drops down.
Come on.
I found California.
Tennessee.
Oh, that looks like
South Carolina.
Yeah.
All right, what are we're gonna make them. All right, set them aside, label them. We'll make the United States out of these rocks.
To not carry it, that's all I have to say.
You don't want
I
to?
forgot my gloves.
I don't want to carry it.
I can't. Oh, it's so far away.
1, 2, 3.
Here comes the weight.
Yep. Nice work, y'all.
Just gonna get all over.
Oh, for sure.
That ain't bad. I thought it'd be worse.
This is 10 yards of stone dust. Fine graded.
Did you get that? Ryan, did you get the...
Yeah, I got the slip.
I just didn't want him to take off.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's so
Body
fun.
imprint.
Oh, God.
That looked brutal. Yeah, I was waiting for this dust angel. Splitting up labor, 2 people cutting deck boards and posts up top, 2 people down below moving stringers and getting those fine-tuned, and I'm going to be hauling deck boards. Gotta oscillate the stringer so it's all flat for the decking to sit flat. So with the retaining wall right here, there's a big drop off. That's what all the 3 to 5 inch riprap stones for. And then on top of it, we're just gonna lay the stone dust for the final trail, pack down. Building the retaining wall right here, we're gonna have to dig out more roots, more of the side here, kind of clear it out 6 feet wide. And the whole thing here is, there's a lot of trash. Glass shards like this, kind of mixed into that side. Then you come up over here, and you got like full-blown bottles, pieces of bottles, other actual bottles, just buried into this hillside where this thing just drops off. And we're gonna try to like correct the grade. So I'm gonna proactively pick up the glass, get it out of the way, so when we get into this area and we start tearing it out, we're not fighting all this glass. So this is everything that I did for now. My one masterpiece is whatever this bottle is. Probably whiskey, full bottle. Nice, thank you.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, perfectly level.
Keep coming. I saw you on this.
feel like I'm golfing.
Yeah. You didn't even do anything there. You tap it light up, it's not doing anything.
One more. Okay.
Both of those are level long waist and side waist.
Sweet.
Perfectly with each other. Looking good. This bad boy's low.
Which one? Yeah, the far one.
Especially in the middle.
Yeah.
Like it's all bowed.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ends feel cool.
Little bit. I think the sills are level, but sometimes moving it that 8 inches in, maybe that sill sunk overnight.
Group picture with the chief.
Okay, I'm not that tall, Tyler. Zach or Bryant, somebody or Mitchell.
It can come down lower. You don't have to be up there.
Okay.
David, you want to get in the picture?
Come on.
Come on, don't be
You
shy.
can take the picture actually. Then you can get in.
Well, I'll let him get in it. So it's the Chiefs.
Why don't I take a picture with you and Chief Paul there, all of you?
Okay.
That's okay, I got both of them. I got the photos.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good, thank you, David. I'm going to be shoving, so what I'll do is be back tomorrow and we can do the flag and a little blessing when it goes up.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna see a different Tyler today.
The nose plug is just insane.
He gets me every time, and then he'll immediately chug water after.
Just like adapt to the taste.
Is there still some?
Oh yeah.
Because I don't taste anything right now.
You are ridiculous. So you're long and they're short.
What do we gotta do?
Can I bump him out? Tyler out?
You said
Yeah,
297,
Tyler
right?
can be bumped out.
This can be
Or
bumped
you
out,
bumped
you can
in.
be bumped in, that can be bumped out.
So pull yours tight again. Are you closer to 296?
296 now.
Or 6.
Okay, you're now you're at 296
Yeah, we're
and
gonna
you're,
have to reset the sixes because
you're at 297
and 3/4.
and 3/4. Okay, so you're still 1 3/4 off. You want me to keep pushing this one out?
Yeah, because then we're gonna have
Okay.
to move this over to close the six.
Do you want me to take them all the way to where you're at?
No.
Okay.
Alright, maybe hold there.
296 and
3/4?
3/4.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna retract this.
Okay.
So we're gonna measure the six, and we gotta move this over to close our six cut.
So Honda generator for circ saw to cut in the blocking, which is in between the laminated stringers to further secure them and hold them into place. Yeah, hey Mel, remember when you dropped this in the lake? Literally just dropped the ball.
Understand.
The old tuck away.
Right there.
Cowabunga, baby. Let go.
Yeah, let Bryant get lined up.
How do you like that?
Okay.
I am way too high.
Yeah, you're still good. That's not a huge difference. I think that.
All right, let's go for it.
All right.
That is, well, yeah. What do you think?
I think it ain't gonna be perfect. I think we're pretty damn close.
Mm-hmm.
We could switch boards and do this all over again for another 15 minutes.
I don't know if what they would think of that, but
Yeah.
You can go up a little. Oh, wait, I would need you to go down. You go down a little.
Well, it's kind of too late now. She just did that.
Well, you could still move it, Bryant.
I was about to say they have a
Screwed in
little
on
bit
the side.
movement.
if he's flush, I'm way down here.
All right.
Raise it up.
Yeah, just right now.
So Mel, you want to be an actor?
I do. I am an actor. I'm acting like I like you right now.
Ah! Joke's on him. Oh, look at that. Yeah, all the trash.
Yeah.
Cans, bottles, everything. All right, still moving along, doing blocking, starting to do decking. And they're now starting to work on digging out for the retaining wall, 6 feet wide. And then we're gonna end up filling it with all this 3 to 5 inch riprap and then top it off with the stone dust. So here's where we ended our day. We finished the blocking, that's where we called it. And as we finished blocking, we started to get deck boards going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. 12 of roughly 50. This is the state of the campsite, so let's just walk through it. So first of all, we got this back out because we're just pure in the sun during the day. So they got this out to keep the generator in the shade while they were cutting all these wood scraps over here. We got our pressure treated lumber. Still needs to be cut over here. You got your 10-foot rebar So our working carpentry trailer, we got the gas, we got the saws, we got chainsaws, we got our second week cooler over there. This is our nice porta potty, portable toilet, Allards, beautiful. And this is our kitchen living area. So we got Dunkin' Donuts coffee over here. You got a block of cheese right there. This is granola. This is the beef for the nachos. This was water for oatmeal this morning. Dirty dishes, crushed tomatoes, cooking nachos. So that's our cheese mix with a little bit more of the sauce there. Corn, crushed tomatoes. That's Mel's book, No Country for Old Men, right next to some shredded cheese. That's gonna be for mac and cheese, probably in a night or two. Well.
Yep.
Well, no, this is good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You just want the tent on it?
For a picture?
Yeah. I'll take a picture of the tent on it, but you also got to get in it and open it and show that you're inside of it. Technically, day 3 of full work here. Laying out decking, hopefully getting posts done. I might be working on the other side to get these abutments, cutting this out, notching this yesterday with chainsaw. So like this root's so big and thick to the tree right here, trying to keep the tree. And it's just a small notch that was cut via chainsaw. So as I continue the decking, I'm on this side trying to do the abutments, the easements, at least get the ground one in place and you can build up. But the idea here is this is going to be the top of the bridge. So we're going to need to fill all of this with gravel. So this is going to be somewhat retaining the abutment and the gravel up this way. But what I'm dealing with is massive root right here. So 2 options. I could notch with a chainsaw out the perfect notch for this root so it sits over it. Thing there is if it's more than 55% of the board, then I shouldn't do it. And that needs to perfectly align with this being level with the pressure treated sill on this side. So if I pull this rough cut 6x6 down, I still need to bury this board. I don't know what, like 2 inches or so, according to my hand. So this needs to go down, and I won't know what that is until I have this line matched up. And that just seems like a lot of things that need to go perfect. So option 2 is I just cut out the root, so that way I can sink this down level with the sill. It's level, and then I can have it placed. And I think that's what I'm going to do. This is where my 6x6 angle has been determined. I'm going to come through this way. So I made 2 lines here, and this is a section of the root that I'm going to cut out.
That's a huge root.
As long as it doesn't take out 50% of that board, I could figure out my angle, I'd have to mark it, and then I'd have to notch out with a chainsaw on that. So that would all need to line up.
Did he kill the tree?
He said trees are fine, you can take out 30% of the roots and they'll be okay.
Okay. That's so big.
This feels like a big one, right?
A big root?
No, like a big decision to cut this root or not. And like for speed and processing of his bridge, I feel like it's just such better to do this rather than take his time away to come over here and make sure all this is a-okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what decision I would make.
Goodbye, root. Yeah. Thank you.
We're just talking about, imagine doing the decking for a 62-foot bridge. Right? How wide is it?
All right, taking a break from doing the abutments. They were doing the decking. This is where the retaining wall is coming along. They've now dug out this section here, cleared more glass bottles, and you got a 6x6 by 12 foot long, which is going to be the base layer of the retaining wall, and that is going to be battered, so leaned in, so that way over time it'll flatten out and it'll last longer. And then over this way, you got Mitchell clearing out and setting stone.
Yeah, cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting us to watch.
Yeah.
Your birthstone's a pearl.
Every year we
You looked it up?
Yeah.
How do you know? Like
What
what?
the internet said.
No,
No?
you're gonna get me back for the.
All right, and that I think is my goal for the day at least, is to get these abutments for the easement into the bridge, get them all level, settled, probably rebarred down. So that side, then I'll come over, I'll do this side, then I'll go to that bridge and I'll do the one that jets out that way. Hopefully by that time, they'll be done with the deck. Hopefully they get all the posts in today. Get all the posts in today at least.
Yep.
And then we'll be well on schedule as far as what's going on this side. Last board, last deck board.
You're done.
Nice.
You're done.
Deck board set. I was like, look at us. We're just like, what, 300 pounds and we're just wobbling this? Yeah, it'll be all right. I was gonna take today off, but I like how you said 50 on the bridge.
50 on the bridge, man. Why not?
Brand new bridge. Just earned 100 push-ups. This bridge is now cemented for forever. And now they're gonna move on to the posts. That little mini block, 6x6, did you sink that into?
This?
Before the post?
Yeah.
Okay. What does that take? 10s?
10s.
10s?
4 10s. 2 to sink it to the bottom, and then 2 to sink it to the big.
I mean, it pulled it in a little bit.
Probably will finish it off with this second one.
It's like a roller coaster ride.
We'll get this one set, and then we'll get into another one. But with retaining walls, you always stagger your seams. So rather than just doing like 3 layers of 12s,
Yeah.
we'll do like, different ones. So the next we'll cut like
Same thing as like the laminated stringer.
yeah, pretty much. Cut a 6 and whatever. And then we can only take it so far because that whole angle there is all rock.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
eventually, like, you're gonna have to do a dead man after like the 2nd or 3rd layer.
Okay.
So I think today we can get up to that, and then you have to wait for the rock drill.
Okay.
But I think like what would be nice is we can cut another one, put it here, then we can take a 12 and start it on this end.
Oh yeah, and then
Split the
reverse
seam.
it.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, you've been destroying that thing.
Yep.
That's cool. I think there's just a bunch of iron dust in this quartz.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Eventually here, we're gonna start filling this, cutting all that out, clearing it out 6 feet up to the retaining wall. The thing with the retaining wall is we're kind of limited on where we can go until we get a rock drill, because this is just pure slab of rock right here underneath. So in order to get dead men or things into that, we're gonna need the rock drill, which we won't get out here till Monday when we get Caitlin to help us. We're gonna have to move all this brush off the immediate trail because it doesn't look good there, so we'll carry it further down this way and then tuck it off back that way. Right here again, mini retaining wall to retain as we fill this way. I'm gonna start working on figuring out what length or how we want this one to go. Abutment out that way. Yeah?
Yeah.
One side of post done. Meanwhile, trying to get this abutment level. Dig out the back, timber lock this section in, and on to the next one. Jittery?
Yeah.
Too much coffee?
No, just the machine makes me like, I don't know, it's like my body's still shaking after I get done.
Hey, don't forget, there's a low spot on the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta play the bridge.
Let me get in Florida, he play golf. One more.
You gotta like come across the center.
Well, it's not that easy, Bryant.
Obviously,
It's an 8-pound sledgehammer.
I thought you were an athlete.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Get that golf ball back.
Yeah, that's the worst ones yet.
You guys are embarrassing. Well,
Try to at least like get it on, like
you guys are sad.
spill it over the edge.
You guys are tired.
Hit it a lot harder than you think, because it's heavy.
You guys are tired.
Yeah.
Get right. Get right.
That was the best one so
You guys
far.
put it in the worst spot.
That's fine. We got all hits for someone to sink a putt.
Sinka putt?
Yeah. Well, that's the terminology, dude.
Is it named after Bryant?
No.
Not Sinka. Oh, I guess, yeah. Sink a putt.
Sinka. Sinka putt.
Why don't you just move the stuff over and go straight over the bridge?
Because I was putting on the bridge.
We got our 4th abutment now leveled and grounded, secured to the sill. So now all the abutments minus this one's already been built up another layer. And then after the 2nd layer, you can rebar down. So the next step will be actually shortly here. Now we're actually at a standstill till Monday for more either 6x6 pressure treated or rough hemlock. Whatever they end up ordering, but we came to the conclusion we need more materials, so we're getting 15 more 6x6x8s. We're getting 5 6x6x12s, and that's going to be building up these sections of the abutments on the bridge, and then we'll start filling this for the easement. Again, right here, smaller retaining wall, maybe a little 4-footer with a 3-footer on top, because we're going to have to fill this to retain from the wetland going that way. This is a low spot filling this. And then coming up to the actual retaining wall, which is looking fantastic. You can see the batter on it already. That's a steep lean. I've never actually seen such a batter. Ooh, dead men going in.
Yep.
Nice. Since we don't have any more wood, we can't really do much more for the retaining wall to build. And we can't do much more for the bridge other than put on the railing and everything.
Well, what else is? Oh, yeah.
So like literally it'd be going beyond this rock, probably having people start clearing out everything like this, like these stumps.
Yeah.
And then bringing the gravel in and laying up to the retaining wall.
There's not much more to blow out.
Okay.
I doubt it, but I might finish. Because I'm blowing it out to make it even. Then I'm going to push into this a little.
Yep. Okay. Awesome. All right. So we have at least one more 6-foot section. So we got like a 6-foot section, which would probably be perfect if, I'm guessing we're not going past the end of that.
No, the plan is actually till it would hit this rock.
Until it hits that rock. That piece
so
might be
it
long
like
enough.
go like this far.
Okay.
But sadly that's like a 7-foot section.
This is going to become the focus of like Monday.
Okay.
All right, ending our day here, trying to clear as much of this brush along the side of the trail as possible so it looks good when we can try to get Chief Paul down across this bridge.
Get my much smaller one out of
Yeah, it's good work. Here is the breakdown. End of day 3. End of day 3. Cribbage and or / abutment. So like the easement to the bridge. This is like basically a retaining wall that we'll have to fill because you can see how high the bridge is. It's like just below my knee. So we'll need to drop this down with more of that 3 to 5 inch stone, the riprap, and then the stone dust on top of it, which will kind of like pack well. So then I'll still have to, now that I got the base layers in for the cribbage or the abutments, they're all leveled. We get the next layer in, we'll timber lock them in, timber lock them in, timber lock them in, and then we'll come through, we'll drill through, we'll rebar them down into the ground so then that way they are secured. And once we raise that up a little bit more, then we're gonna start wheelbarrowing in fill. We got 2 wheelbarrows now, brand new, which brings us to our bridge. Earlier in the day, finished the decking. Mel and Tyler also then went along and finished putting in the posts. So here's our bridge. He's got 2 stacked up on that side, which is good. You'll have to get 1 more because we're gonna have to raise those up to at least the level of the bridge. And this was the last one that I put in, just a little shorty, but then the next one we can extend along farther. So that way it gives ease of access to get this ATV, this gator, this truck, this car that we're trying to drive across this bridge. It'll give it a little bit more access. And so that way the corners aren't too tight to turn. Coming up to this spot still needs to be assessed. Thinking mini retaining wall here, maybe like a 4-foot, 3-footer. And then we'll raise that side. This side's good, but that side has a wetland, so retain the fill. And then we move along to the second big obstacle of getting this trail up to par, which is our big retaining wall here. Base layer in using 6x6x12s and then other additive pieces. So that might be like a 6x6x4 added to the 12 in the bottom. And then on top of it, you reverse it so that way your joints aren't matching up. You got the first deadman into the wall here. It's not butting up against, but I guess this is all rock base. So like if I come over here, this is stone slab. So if we're gonna do another deadman here, we're gonna have to like chainsaw off a piece of the 6x6 rough hemlock so that way it fits, and then we'll drill into the rock, and then we'll place the rebar in through all of it. And then as we start to fill on top of it, the weight basically just helps all of that settle and it holds it all together. And the major thing about this is we're now waiting on our next lumber shipment. 15 6x6x8s, 5 6x6x12s, all to get everything raised up. This retaining wall being raised up to where I'm standing now, I'm at the top of it. And then of course, this is where Mitchell started at the beginning of the trail, just blasting out the side of this rock. So that way he can widen it 6 foot off that rock. And then we'll get this going all the way to the top of the retaining wall. That's basically where we are at the end of day 3.
Oh, it's in the woods.
Yeah, I knew it. I told you.
Tyler. Oh, my Lanta. I didn't think it was gonna go that way. Usually he can throw it straight up and I can catch it, but.
God dang it.
That's on the tent. No, that's on the ridge.
Rock, watch out.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think I want to catch that. No glove, no nothing.
That was too Mitchell.
Mel, you want to give it a go?
Oh no, I'm good. Seeing the way it just fell.
Yeah, just as straight up as you can.
Land on my tent.
Yeah.
Hey!
Here, catch it in my boot.
If it goes, in your boot, what the?
This is screaming IR.
Oh, I can't.
This screams right via IR right now.
So I hope I don't launch it either.
Oh, that's it. Get him with the boot.
Oh! Oh, that's pretty fierce. Turkeys in the morning, day 4. So 2 days, expecting more lumber on Monday. Right now, cutting our next section at a 45, so slowly the levels will drop down to the retaining wall, making it look more smooth and just like a blocky kind of feel. And after that, we're going back to the stump that I just cut. I'm gonna dig that out so that way we can lower it. And the other 2 guys are slowly gonna be putting in now our bull rails and then our middle rails. Still waiting on Lionel to deliver the top rails for the bridge. That's expected, unknown time, probably early next week. This is our bevel. So here, come up a level, come down that way, putting in another deadman there, and then extending with hopefully another 12 by once we get it on Monday beyond for our 3rd level of the retaining wall. And then this today is going to be the goal, is to fill this up to what we have on the 2nd level. Yeah, that root slash stump kind of sucked. All right, I'm just gonna cut this one lower because I don't want to have to dig that. there we go. Good timing. Because Mitchell's graveling right up to where these stumps were. So now I think it's low enough we can just bury that in gravel.
Also, I wanted to give you guys some trail magic.
Oh.
But next week, like, can I stop? Or either get you lunch or dinner, like a pizza or sandwiches or something.
Oh, that, yeah. Well,
What day's the best day?
I say we're gonna have another member joining us on Wednesday. For how long, I'm not sure. I'd say Wednesday. So that'd be actually 9/11, I believe.
All right, so I'll see you Wednesday for trail magic.
Yeah, thank you. We can't thank you enough. That's so nice.
There's nothing better than trail magic. Are you a long hiker?
No, not us, but in our group we have a few.
All right. So
Yeah, we got some we have one that did the Appalachian Trail.
Yeah, me too.
You did too? Yeah. Oh, amazing. When'd you do it?
2021.
2021. Okay, I'll have to let her know.
I was old. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll have to tell her because she loves talking to the through hikers.
Oh, yeah, it never gets old.
Yeah.
It never gets old.
Right. Everybody's on their own journey.
Yeah, you feel like you did something. You know?
Yep.
Norman, you want to see? Did he see you?
No, what a
Oh, I just dropped his glasses over there.
Oh, that's okay.
All right, Norm. All right, Norm, come. All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Did you like the IT?
Yeah, 2021. And now she's doing trail magic for us. I said do it on Wednesday, so 12:30 we're having pizza. Because Yasmin will be here. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah. How about a break?
How about it?
Sounds good to me.
Let's go hang out in the tent thing for a minute. Well, let's solve this problem first. What's the math problem, Earl?
You need to ask what's going on. That's the problem.
What's going on?
So, yeah, so either we have one at each post, but in the picture, it also shows one's along, evenly spaced, but you can't tell from
Okay,
the
hold on.
actual picture.
Let's get more opinions here. All right, so this is the outside of the bridge, right? So the blacked out things are the 2x4s that go underneath the bull rail. So if we put one on each post, and you're saying you can put one in between each post?
Yeah, because 144
Do that.
inches.
I think that looks good. If you can do that, and then mirror it on that side too.
Okay.
That'll make it easier than trying to do a big math problem.
9, 10 times 8 inches is 80 inches, and we have like 150 inches.
Yeah, do that then.
And just leave the rest of the inches, or cut as many as we can.
If you can do one on each post and one in between each post, do that.
I can for sure do that. It's just
All right, do that.
Okay.
Do that. Just do that. Now that we have our bridge design agreed upon, she is now about to rebar in the next few slots of the deadman / the retaining wall. Mitchell is coming up to the top of the retaining wall with the gravel. I'm switching to get all of this brush that is just past the retaining wall out of here, so that way when we come this way with gravel, this will be less to drag over gravel. Just getting everything prepped so that way when we move along, we can move along seamlessly.
you get off.
A measly 170? Not even.
Maybe just okay. Now go. Cool. Perfect. First try.
Old $sign.
Yeah, we definitely know that wasn't the first try.
Well, after you cut it, it will be the first try.
Brush cleared out from around the trail, so this will look nice up to the bridge. When we get to that point, I also cleared brush out from immediately right by this retaining wall, so that looks a little bit better. And now we're getting the stone dust, not exactly dust, small fill up covering our bottom of our retaining wall there. This looks beautiful, all thanks to Mitchell clearing out that stump and then filling and leveling. Like, this looks super pretty.
I'm moving both wheelbarrows now.
Might as well. We're running out of things to do. I cleared out the brush. They're finishing the rails. So now it's literally fill where she's at and just like move as much of the stone that way as we can.
I thought of an idea to get things down the hill. You know, we have the extra 2x12.
Make a ramp?
Yeah, like in the CCC.
Oh yeah.
With the wheelbarrow.
We'll start running with it too.
Yeah. Bryant,
Yeah.
you bring it all the way down.
All the way down, all right. All right, smooth sailing down this hill. All the way down. Pivot and set. Riprap. It said in the email it was 3 to 5 inches. And what about this? Is 3 to 5 inches. You definitely can't shovel any of this. Like, look at this. Look at that. It's bigger than his head, and he's got a pretty big head. God, this is so much different from this morning. It's crazy.
Pick a spot.
So 36.5 divided by 2 is
This board's gonna reach
16. I thought you said 32.
18.25. So should we just wing it?
I mean, I think a little ATV, like a little gator, could do it.
I can almost touch it.
But like, if you and me are sitting side by side in a little car right here, I think we could do it.
Don't wing carpentry.
Comes out perfectly fine, man.
All right, if anybody asks, this is the perfect bridge. Middle railings, do not look at them on a straight line.
Get a view of it. Get a view of it.
What do you mean a view of it?
Like the straight line.
Oh, like this?
The straight line.
That's what happens.
And then these posts are perfectly level and straight.
We'll know more about the posts when we get the top rails. But otherwise, good job all, good job today. All right, finally got our first rain, and our tarp situation is pooling as expected.
You don't want water, you want water.
I want clean water.
So what, you want to get a 2 by 12 by 12?
This is a golden opportunity. It's not raining that hard. Oh, the tarp's going off.
You need to get under it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You need to get
Thanks for the
under
water,
it.
Tyler. I wanted it in the bowl.
Here's the deal. Back at it on Monday, we got 4 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday morning's the ceremony. We need more timber locks. We were waiting on this wood. I gotta call this guy. Yeah, so that's how this morning's going. I believe it was Saturday. Sent the email asking for more lumber and more decking screws, which I'm not sure if we actually need the decking screws because they're just going under the railings. But then we can always come back and then we'll tighten up everything that we got going on here. That's what's good with that. What's bad is we sent the materials we need, right? So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3 more layers on this side. 1, 2, 3 more layers on this side. Same thing for the other corners. That's where all this 6x6x8's coming in. The retaining wall's calling for 6x6x12s. I was expecting it today, but I have not received an email with a confirmation receipt that they were getting a delivery. And we can't build any higher. We can't build any higher if we don't have the wood. Beyond that, all that wood's gonna call for X amount more timber locks. So I'm asking for 13 more boxes, 12 screws each, 10-inch timber locks to secure everything into place. We're running out of work because we have to fill everything up to the bridge here to make sure that this drive is drivable. Let's say, so I know over this way it gets into more like roots running across, whereas like don't worry about the roots, just the stumps that are poking up.
Thank you.
Fill, more fill, and more fill. Retaining wall's looking great. Wheelbarrow's looking a little light. I think this is where like my worries lied in the first place. We're running out of riprap very quickly. It looks like we already ate through half of the stone dust, and we still need to fill all this trail, and we're still waiting on the lumber. Morale's still high. He killed a frog.
No, I was just about to say, Bryant killed a frog.
Yeah, he killed a frog. Throwing out a thank you at roughly 11:20. Claremont Building Supply. We got our rebar and our deck screws. Now we're still waiting on the lumber, which I have no idea, could come at any time. I sent a little bit of a panicked email. Stress is slowly declining at like a 2% slope. How do you feel about this?
I feel optimistic about it. I think if we have enough, we can get it done.
I lost control.
That man right there needs to hit the gym. He lost control because he needs more muscle.
You need to play basketball more. Stop getting beat.
Nice, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
If you have a grip, that's fine.
I got a grip.
We got lumber. We're putting in rebar for the abutments cribbage. We're moving these 8-footers now down to the bridge. They're taking the 12s to the retaining wall, and we are back on track, baby. Do you think that's enough?
I don't know.
Well, we'll find out now, won't we?
Yeah.
Like, when he was doing that, I was like, wow, I wonder how close he is to Tyler's tent. Tyler's tent right here. I was like, wow, I wonder if he just like smothered his tent in rocks. Oh, we are well back on track. Lionel came through in the clutch. Now we're flush on materials, stone and otherwise. Yeah, that's like 5 more yards of riprap. And I'm glad we didn't get 20, because where the hell would we put 20? Oh yeah. That ain't bad.
5 yards.
Yeah, I think they did it backwards. So that looks like 5. That looks like 10. We asked for 5. Either way. Well, this is what we got to deal with now, so. At least it's less than that. If it was like 10 and 10, that would have sucked.
Yeah.
I think so. So 10 of that, 5 of that. We'll make it work. All right, that's where we ended our first day back. Now that we got materials, we moved rather quickly. So now we have the cribbage on this side, 2 levels on that side, fully on 3 on that side. We might go with a 2x12x12 to top it off, so that way we're with the deck and it'll look kind of flush and nice. So on this side, we're now up 3 levels. That side, that still needs to be timber locked in, but then that'll be 3 levels. And then you can see we started to get a lot of our riprap up against the bridge on this side. So we'll need to fill that higher once that's secured. This area, we've got different ideas floating. So maybe not just a retaining wall on this side, but maybe more of something on both sides to kind of secure it. So that way, when driving along it, things don't just shoot out. We don't have the gravel spilling out the other way. So we now have our trail fully filled up here. Again, we got more of this stone dust too, so we can fill up the stone dust. We can spread it out a little bit more and even raise it a little bit more if we need it to. But here's our retaining wall. So we now have got 1, 2, this is actually the 3rd level filled up here. All right, back to where we were.
The ramp is going to get I vote no ramp.
He votes no ramp? Wait, why?
The point of the matter is...
All right, if you vote no ramp, then let's see you get it over to the other side of the bridge.
Well, that's not my side.
I'm telling you right now, get it over there without the ramp. You're the one saying... You can't say no ramp then if you're not going to...
Yeah, no ramp.
That's not how it works.
In the way of what I'm doing.
We need to get rocks to the other side of the bridge.
Why don't we just fill in the first side of the bridge?
4 wheelbarrows.
And then...
Yeah, we could do that.
Hey, the ramp's in my way.
All right, fine. We'll fill up this side, and then we'll not need the ramp, and then we'll fill up the other side after. Yeah. Would you rather have more in them? You think they're a little light?
I think it's more efficient if you go like, you know, so we won't tire ourselves up. I feel like something even, like a little bit more than this.
Okay.
I can handle that.
Okay. We're waiting now to extend the retaining wall. We need a 5/8 bit to drill into the rock with the rock drill so we can secure the dead men to the bedrock. So here's our retaining wall, looking fantastic. I'm guessing the dead men's going right off that one this way?
Yep.
Okay, so we're on pause with that. This is pretty much already filled. That's secured, but we don't want to fill it before getting the dead men in there. So we're proactively moving the next pieces of the retaining wall down here, staging them for when we need them. Okay, yeah, and then so we can still use more large stuff down here before filling with the small stuff. We'll build up this ramp so then we can start dumping it on the other side.
Those sides down here should be as high as that, right? Up there, right?
No, it's supposed to be tapered. So you don't need it completely flat. It's supposed to be like a ramp. But like that depends upon how high we go behind it.
Let's just take a deep breath, all right?
It's got some pin to it. I don't know if that's going to hold with rocks.
This?
We'll see.
You guys can also start dumping it.
Still good.
better. That's
Still
much
good.
better.
Still good.
You're gonna start dumping riprap into the retaining wall.
Now solving our mini retaining wall. We're going to use 8-footer here, pond out that way, 6-footer here, drainage dip. We're going to fill with 3 to 5 inch riprap. And that one's about level. Obviously it's lower. That one still got to bust up one side from the other.
I'm probably gonna bring it this way.
Okay, we started to get more riprap on the back end of the bridge here where we expect things to end. We'll probably add a tongue, hopefully get some more of the stone dust flowing out this way so it's more of an easy descent rather than just a steep decline straight to the ground. So that way this truck thing, this ATV, this whatever this is, this gator, will have space to turn around nicely. We now have this full packed, not necessarily level. We could probably use a little more fill up in here, which is perfectly fine. We could use a little more ledge pack back on the side over this way. Maybe a little bit over along that side. I think this is coffee. Yeah, it's coffee. So we got our little mini retaining wall thing here. So kind of like a drainage dip. So that way, runoff that way. You got one 6-footer over there. No, sorry, 8-footer over on that side. Now buried a little bit. You got a 6-footer on this side. We're filled with more of the riprap, and eventually we'll get that a little bit leveled higher with top of board here, top of board there. And then we'll get more of the stone dust, completing this all the way through. This will be more of a little hill here, a gentle rise, because we've got these roots. We don't plan on taking these roots out. We'll have to like widen this a little bit retaining wall now. 2 more levels added. Another dead men added. Actually 2 dead men added. That side's filled up, so we'll have to fill all of this up to that level. It should all end up being connected here shortly. Then it's just a matter of where to fill more, where to widen more. And this thing is just gonna eat the riprap for days. So we got 2 days left. Here we are picking up another day. We're getting more hands today. We're getting Yasmin, one of our interpretive rangers, showing up here around 9 o'clock. Expecting the chief. Expecting Dakota. Is Dakota bringing another wheelbarrow or no? Just showing up?
Yeah, he's supposed to.
Okay, so we'll have 3 wheelbarrows too.
No,
Probably 37.
37. We're just talking about like 4 years from now.
4 years from now, I'll be like 48.
You'll have gray hair.
I think it's a scam. Because that's something like, pay this much for more memories. But
Now at the top of the retaining wall, digging out, lopping, cutting off so you can see the retaining wall as you're coming this way. Having to dig out roots, set the dead men. So now we're running big riprap fill back beyond the bridge in the meantime. We now have a 3rd wheelbarrow. We're running like 3 dirt bags. We're just trying to fill in everything as we can. Give it away? Yeah, there we go. We got all hands on deck out here. Now moving big stuff and small stuff, trying to fill absolutely everything. All right, a little bit of driving around, but 2 different places, Home Depot and La Valley Building Supply. Now have 60 feet of half-inch rebar. So we got back here, and one of the volunteers in the area, Sue, today she brought pizzas for the group, and the dog Norm is back, one of our favorites. So we can't be thankful enough for everybody that has contributed in one way or another to helping this all come through, whether it be through treats and cookies, pizza, tomorrow sub sandwiches, or just getting materials, giving us time, whatever we need. Thank you to everybody. Look at that. Remember when this hill was just a random drop off? Look at this. Team's killing it right now. Loving this. Higher pack, just like maybe 2 more levels to go. It's looking beautiful. Yeah, go use that drill, all your rebars down there. I'll just get you all the other 6x6. Stone firing over here for the ceremony. Now in 2 days, we got 1 work day left. Here's where we ended. We've got our approach mostly rip-wrapped out. We're still gonna rip-wrap as high as the abutments, the cribbage on both sides, and then we'll stone dust pack on top of that. We'll kind of tongue it out, crown it in the middle here so it packs the way we want it to when it gets packed down. It'll fan out. We'll create, if we have enough, for a little turnaround or spot for this little truck, this little ATV, this little gator thing. Come through this way. We got our top rail coming in tomorrow, both sides by Lionel. We have all of this now completely filled, packed on that side, packed on that side. This is like completely level, so this is all beautiful. We also filled this in, so we saw the riprap in the middle earlier. We got our 2 joints in on both sides. We got a little bit of a drainage so it can go underneath, and then it flows easily out to this pond. If you call that a pond, it'd be better if it had more water. Continuing up this way, this is all level now. More level, more pack. We could use more, but this is like our 3rd priority tomorrow. So we're coming through this way with the trail, and this is where the biggest 2nd priority of this project was building up this retaining wall. So we used all the wood. We decided to not ask for more because we were like 2 days away, 1 day away. If they could get us a piece in time, so we decided to go with what we had, and here we are. I believe under here is 1 layer. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 high. Every layer's got a dead man, if not 2 dead men, and that leaves us a little short of the trail up there. So we'll have to determine our bench, cut out our back edge there, and our back slope, and then we'll fan that down to the top of this once we fill this up. All thanks to all hands that we got. Let's see, we have Caitlin who came through in the clutch. We have Yasmin who showed up today. We have Dakota who showed up today with another wheel huge. And then we had the volunteer Sue, pizza, and goodies for lunch. Thanks to everybody all around. I don't know who wins this battle, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
That's a hard.
Bill's 140 pounds now, so I don't know either.
Put in an extra rebar on our last day. Start the day. Right now they're digging the bench. Then we'll fill the retaining wall. Then we'll fill the end of the bridge that way. And at 9:30 here, we got a group of like 15 students coming to learn about our conservation work and this field of work in general. Yeah, you're doing good, man. It's just, you're cutting rebar.
It's just weird because I'm right-handed, so I have to go under.
Oh, gotcha. Gotta prep my public speaking voice as I talk to this group of 15 plus high school students.
Oh, they like people.
We're just now at the top of the retaining wall, filling everything in. We'll cover all this grade now with gravel. He's filling riprap down that way, then we'll cover that with the stone dust. It's just about leveling everything out. And then we move on towards the end of the bridge.
And I got some ice water
Oh,
in bottles in case somebody wants.
Oh, yeah.
you're too good. We thank you.
I mean, it just has ice on the bottle, so hopefully
Yeah.
it's cold enough.
Oh, it's colder than what we get.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, anytime. Thank you.
It turned out nice.
Yeah.
You guys have done a fabulous job. So good. And you've lost half your crew.
Yeah, we've had some people come and go, but
Yeah.
all help is appreciated.
Hi, Bryant.
Hey, looks good.
Yeah.
All
there
right.
it is. It's got this,
Oh, wow.
which is nice.
Okay.
So maybe you want to feature that.
Yeah, well, like walking this way towards it, so
On the right
on
or
the right.
something.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
When you first get there, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I also don't know how well this is going to match, like from edge to edge,
Mm-hmm.
because there's different widths.
Yep.
So I think they all came from. Well, I don't think they all came from the same tree.
Okay.
These three have a bit of a bow,
Okay.
and then these three don't.
Okay.
So so you just what I would do is I would lay them down, and then play with it a little bit, like sort of say, okay, what if we do this one and this one and that one?
Yeah. Okay.
As far as how these line up.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
And you can always adjust that too with sandpaper
Okay.
to get them to really sort of blend.
Yep. Playing puzzle pieces. So now we'll put our first railing up. We're gonna make a small railing section from post to post here, and then we'll have our other section run off the edge. So we need matching thickness. So right here, this is 7.5. We now found 7.5 on another board. We're gonna make that cut, extend this middle section to the half of this post here, and then we'll hopefully find that width and extend that out that way. Boom, that rail's done. Bridge day. Looks like we're doing this in a cloud. 8 a.m. We've got 1 hour until we're expecting people and or this truck thing to see if this truck thing can get across this bridge. Last few priorities here. You know, make sure there's enough room for this little truck thing to turn around. High stump, gonna low stump. Bridge, gonna sweep it. All right, Chief's here. I think he's walking down the trail. See how far he walks before he's supposed to catch this ride. All right, well.
What a beauty.
Hey.
Hi.
That's my favorite sheep.
Oh my God. He's your favorite. This is beautiful, isn't it? And that wall back here, that's a piece of art. That, the retaining wall. And
Give me a hug.
oh. Oh.
In fact,
This is the first time I come down here.
No, I'm down. I'm down at Norman's Well.
Look at him run.
Oh, you're at Norman's Well. Oh, okay.
Get pictures, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
What's happening, Julia?
Yeah, they've worked really hard for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Bryant.
Yeah.
Bryant?
He was,
Bryant,
he was
yeah.
the creator.
Bryant with a T.
Bryant.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hello.
We're on our way. We'll be there soon.
Little truck gonna make it across the road.
Oh yeah.
And then, are you gonna be good to turn around here?
I will turn around here.
Okay,
I should definitely be able to turn around here.
fantastic. Well, we don't have to do a dry run unless you want to.
Let's do a dry run. Beautiful. Tight fit.
This is the trickiest part because the angle
Yeah.
of approach is kind of.
Right.
You want to back up?
Super tight. All right, we made the dry run.
That was the most exciting thing that's happened since I've been here.
It's so hearing the cracking.
Almost like we've done it.
This is so exciting.
Amazing.
I love this little circle. I really do. Another little cubby hole for us to meet.
Can you see, Chief? Oh, this is nice and flat.
I know. Yeah, this is what I was looking at.
Yeah.
That threw me off.
But from there, you look right across to the wetland.
Now, this is my question. All these months, as I sit over there, watching over here, I was actually looking at the right spot. Because those trees right there have been my curiosity for the longest time. Because in the sunlight, they turn up red. You see the vine ones?
Yeah.
What are those?
That's grapevine.
That's a grapevine that big?
Yes.
And you guys are all dressed up. Thank you so much for that. It's beautiful. Got a hug from the others, but not you. Thank you.
Welcome.
And a lot of...
Welcome.
Oh, no, you too.
What are you doing, Reg?
Come on,
Right
Red.
over here, Reg.
I'll get in there.
Okay, get in there now. Because when the sun shines on it, it's red. And I thought, well, what kind of tree is that? Yeah. That's quite the... I wonder, they actually have grapes? Want me to get it?
Yeah, way up though. Way in the air.
Now if you go straight, we'll get on.
Just so everybody knows that this this pouch that I have has got native tobacco in it, our sage, and some of the tobacco is from this land that we had one plant growing up here near the parking lot, and what else? Cedar is in here, so it's a good mix of sacred items for this occasion. With that, we want to again bless our ancestors, bring them in, and take part in living with us, guiding with us, the right things to do here, and promoting peace and love for the whole community and everybody in the tribe too. That's it. Let's party.
Never a doubt.
Yeah, though we did it. We got the truck. We got the chief down there. We had a ceremony.
Just a lot of anxiety.
Blessed the bridge. This hitch is finally over. Hell of a hitch.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be coming back.
2 more coming.
Nice job.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you were able to make it. There was a little question there, but
It
like
was a little nerve-wracking.
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
glad we did the trials.
Yeah, right.
Smoothly.
Appreciate
That would
it.
have been a little tragic if I was just like, oh, I can't make this corner.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
well
no.
done. Thank you guys. Are you all done here now?
Yeah.
Are you all headed back home or?
Yeah, well, so this is like 1 hitch for us in our field season, so we have 2 more hitches. This is 1 project. So now we'll go back to our camp in Bear Brook State Park, and then we'll split up, we'll reassemble with a few other people, and then we'll go out and we'll do other projects.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you for your time this morning.
Yeah,
Definitely
no.
appreciate it. This
Well
has
done.
been fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Make a crazy slideshow.
A crazy slideshow? What do you mean
One of those,
crazy?
like click, 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 click,
No, just-
click, 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 click.
Wow, that's about as far as you can go.
Oh, I can go farther. I'd have to go higher though.
You know they didn't actually use Kool-Aid at that Jamestown? It was knockoff stuff?
So it was just red 40?
Pretty much, yeah.
What are you even doing under there?
Exploring, dude.
Oh.
Not the Sinka. You are.
Stop all that whimpering.
Yes. Stop it.
What you whining about, you whiner?
Why not?